What is up? What is popping, everyone? Now let me do my administration first real quick. Let's tweet it out and then let's go to Discord. Should be good. Should be Gucci. Interstellar, what is up, man? How is it going? How is your Friday evening? This dark evening, man. Dark and cold. In these sad times, man. Sad times. A lot of people are depressed in the Christmas period. For some reason. Wait, let me check. Yeah, this is fine. It's fine. It's fine. Should be fine. Alrighty. Yes, today again decentralized poker. Tomorrow something special. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to replicate the Erlang supervisor model in Golang, which is a nice task to do. With no big reason. Ice Bear, what is up? Welcome, man. How is your fever going, man? How is the sickness? How is the sickness going? Are you better? Server actually. Yeah. Game state. Server and game state are best friends in this application. Alright, let me quickly see. Man, this mic is nasty. Let's make run real quick to see what's going on. Okay, no race condition, that's fine. Everybody's connecting, we're sending these messages. Invalid action, that's something I wanna fix real quick. Current player action, that's because it's 0. That's because it's 0, eh? Yeah, all gone. Feeling a little bit better, Ice Bear. That's nice, man. Nice to hear that you're back at it. Back at it once again. Marek, welcome, my favorite YouTuber. What is up, Marek? Akan, hi guys. Good to be here. What is up? Welcome here. Welcome once again to the army of the high value software engineers. Yeah. So, invalid action, current player status. Good question. Can we do it like this? Current player. Status. Yeah, it's because it's 0, right? I think it's in status, I guess. Let's take a look there. Unknown, right? I think this one should be idle or something. Idle should be good. Wait, I'm gonna... It's better. And the music's still fine. Is the music still fine? Good tempo, good volume. Otherwise, I will bump it up if needed. Shit, it's still invalid action. It's invalid action. I said unknown. Actually, that should be unknown, to be honest. What the hell am I doing? What am I doing? It's this one. We have full check bet, and then we're gonna say idle or something. We don't do nothing, right? So we can delete this, make it idle, and make it run once again. Quick question: what does sync mutex do? Sync mutex, Akan, is basically to prevent multiple Go routines accessing, writing, and reading from the same variable, right? Because if you have multiple Go routines that are writing and reading from the same variable, then you can have inconsistent behavior, because maybe I expect the value to be 2, so I can make it 3. And the other one expects the value to be 3, so make it 4. But if you at the same time doing that, you could have inconsistent values and your program can be in an inconsistent state and nobody is going to tell you that it's in an inconsistent state. And a mutex basically, think about it as a guy with a flag and a piece of pie, and only the guy with the flag, holding the flag, can eat. There are basically 10 guys in a room and they all want to eat a piece of pie, right? But only the guy with the red flag holding the mutex, the red flag is the mutex, only the guy with the red flag can eat a piece of pie. And if he is done with eating his piece of pie, he gives the flag to another guy, and then that guy, because only the guy with the red flag can eat, and then they pass that flag to each other. That's the same thing that happens with a mutex. Because otherwise it would be nasty. Everybody eating the pie, and you know what happens? It's bad news. Current player, yes, idle. That's good. That's fine. So I think we can place bets also. The previous time, I think we implemented bets. The question is, let me test that real quick, to be honest. Let me open up Postman. Just breathe. Breathe. Workspaces, what is this? Oh man, I'm sick and tired of this thing. I want to bet actually, so how do I do this? I don't know how I'm gonna do this, to be honest. What the hell? I'm confused. Let's open up API real quick to see what's going on here. Oh, bet value, it's here, right? Bet value, so we can do bet. And it needs to be 4001 because otherwise we will have an error. Let me... Mutex simplified, Akan, yes man. That's mutex simplified. Think about the pie. Think about the piece of pie. And I can basically fall through my seat at any time because... Man, I'm sitting at a piece of shit, not gonna lie. But hey. Okay, so check what's going on here. Yes, it's gonna be bet. And so crumbles all over the place. I hate it, man. I'm eating at my desk. I'm almost sleeping at my desk. It's crazy. 4001, we're gonna say bet, and then we're gonna say a value. Let's say we bet 10. Because, I don't know. Alright, so we set value 10. That's fine, I guess. The question is, are we betting? We don't. Right, I'm gonna put this music. A little bit. Yeah, this is better from me. Let me know if you can, what the volume of the music is, Akan. Let me know how that goes. We cannot bet. Why can we not bet? I have no clue. Let's see what's going on. Maybe we forgot to do this in the previous thingy. The previous series. Yeah, of course we cannot bet because we just do a value and we print it out. Yeah, I see. So we need to do here something. Do we have something to do that? Do we have bet actually? Bet. Let's player action. Yeah, I see. Where's player action? Player action. Where's player action? Man, I forgot these things. Handle player action. Set player ready. Set status. Take action. That's it. So we're gonna say as game take action. And then we need to play in an action. We're gonna say it's a player action. Player action bet, and then the value is gonna be the value we just give it, right? Easy. And it's gonna return an error. Yes. So we're gonna say if r is this thing, we're gonna say and it's not null, of course, then we're gonna return the error. Simple as that. Like this, and then you're gonna see what's going on. What do we do here? Wait, I'm confused. Take action. Wait, we have handle player action. Wait, I'm confused here. Handle player action. We need to have handle player action, to be honest. Because take action is probably something... I think take action is something we do ourselves. And why is this actually capital T? What am I doing? I'm confusing all that stuff. Handle player bet. I think it's gonna be... Handle player action, by the way. Handle player action. A string. We don't have a value. This is... Wait, where do we use this? Ah, I see it's from another player. Yeah, I'm right. No. Let's rewind. Rewind. Oh, hey. Yesterday I was going out with the boys and the girls. And the girl, and my girl. And man. Hey, need to warm up. Need to warm up, man. Even a high value engineer needs to warm up. So we're gonna take action. Yes, it's fine. And then we're gonna we're gonna do all that stuff. Yeah. Okay, fine. And then we broadcast it, and then the other players will receive this thing here, and it's all gonna be Gucci. Chi versus Mux. What is Chi, man? Never heard of Chi. Oh yeah, I see. That package. I don't know. I use Mux. There is. There is no. I mean, it doesn't matter. It works. They both work. I never used Chi. Chichiwa. Never used it. I use Mux, and I will keep using Mux until I die. Yeah, it is what it is. Bet 10. Let's go. Boom. Yes, we're betting. Look at this. This guy just betted. Pre-flop, that's fine. Next player is 2. It's fine. And then, yeah. And then we can actually see in these other players, right? We can see that they have... They registered that 4,000 has a bet and the value is 10. It's all working fine. It's all coming together. It's insane. It's insane. Because I can, by the end of the day, you can actually use Mux yourself, right? I mean, you can make these things yourself if you really want to, right? It's no big of a deal. There's no complex thing inside of a Mux. It's just some regex shenanigans, and that's it. Okay, so we can do this betting. So let me see. What's the next thing we're gonna do? I think we're gonna do a round trip. Right, so we deal the dealing round trip. That's already taken care of. We already fixed that. But then we need to do a round, right? It's pretty flop. That's what we. That's where we're in right now. And then we're gonna. The next player needs to do an action. Then all the players need to take an action. It could be check. It could be folding. It could be whatever they like. And then once we are back at the dealer, which is the last player that can take an action, then we need to increment the next round, and that's what we're going to try to do today. And maybe we're going to fix some bugs, because in my Jira here, what's going on here? My personal Jira, we have some nasty stuff going on, and we need to fix that, right? I'm building a Go server that supports API authentication. Is the net HTTP package sufficient for making external API calls? Yes, it's very, very easy. And I will show you. You go to main. If I go to my main, right? In this poker game, I can say, for example, that the response, the error is going to be HTTP get, and I can say HTTPS / Google, google.com, like this. And what's going on? Google.com, right? And then we fetch the error here. Let's say panic the R, because hey, why not? And you could log it. And then we have a response here, right? You see? And then it's already been done, man. You already have your response. Yeah, you already have your response, and then you can actually JSON marshal your response. I think we can do something like the bytes of this response, and an error is going to be IO util read all like this, and then we can say the response body like this. You also need to close the body. Response body. What's going on here? Body but close like this, capital. Still need to warm up, I'm not gonna lie. Why do we need to close the body? Because otherwise you can have memory leaks, right? Of course, not in this simple program, but I need to teach you the correct semantics. Never arms to close the body. And then we have this B, and B is bytes, right? So what we could do is basically, we can just print ln the bytes, and we could say instead of bytes we make it a string, so we can actually read it, because we are humans and no computers, right? And then I'm gonna return here so we don't execute the rest, and then I'm gonna cut my program like this, clear to clear my screen, press make run, and then I have Google on my screen. That's actually an external call. And you can do post the same way, right? If you want to post, then you do post like this, and then you need to have a JSON thingy, some bytes here, a reader, right? You know what I mean? A reader. You could say IO new reader. No, not IO. Bytes new reader, and put in bytes here. For example, a slice of bytes, and we say foo, right? I made a mistake. It was a string. How is that possible? Oh yeah, it's the thingy. What's going on? What is the string in post actually? The content type. Is still a thing? Yo, okay, so you need to have the content type here, and it could be I don't know, application JSON. It's all good. But yeah, you can also do your you can a lot of things. Actually, this is the easy way. You could also do making a new request, and then make a client, and then you could do client do request, and then you can configure your client in timeouts and all that stuff. That's actually the way to go. But this works fine. All right. A little explanation for my boy Akan. Hey, you see that's if you need. You ask something, I provide instantly, like a snap, boom. What were we doing? Man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still sipping on the margaritas on the Bahamas with Sam Bankman-Fried. Yeah, round trip. Round trippies. Game state. So basically, how can we detect that we need to increment a new round? That's a good question. Let me quickly think about this. I know it. I think we need to do it when we are the dealer. Here, if we take an action, it's receive action, I think. Handle player action. If we get an action from the previous, we check this one first, right? Maybe we log this one first also. G receive player actions, add actions. Yeah. We could say. How can we know that? The previous player. Is that? You could say, I think it's an adders, player adders. It's gonna be G get pref position on the table. That's gonna be an address, right? Because we are on a table, right? So let's say this is a table, a round table, or maybe just a square table. I don't know. And we have these players here, right? And 2, I don't know where 2 is. 2 is done. Let's make 2. And let's say 3 is the dealer, right? 3 is the dealer. So that basically means that 4 is the SB, right? And 0 is the BB from big blind. And then if we receive, if you're the dealer, right? And we receive this message. Actually, it's our turn. Then it's our turn. But we don't send it to ourselves. Maybe each player needs to detect. Or maybe the dealer needs to send. Right? A couple things that can happen. Because each player will know what's the current status of the game. Each player will know who is up to the turn. And each player could basically determine for himself whether they need to increment the game. Or not. And by the way, I think also, where is message? This action, the current game status should be the same status as we, I think. Damn, that's crazy. Handle player action. First of all, we check if we can take an action, right? And then we can check if action. The current game status is not equal to our current game status. Current status, I guess. Then we could say something like, let's yank this error. And we're going to say player blah blah blah. Let's do this. That's not the correct game status, right? And maybe you could say, actually, you could do this correct game status percentage S. Oh no. What's going on here? I think. Yeah, it's atomic int. Atomic int. So we need to say get to this atomic int like this. Is it get? And then we need to say it's going to be a game status. We need to cast it. Cast. Boom. It's all working fine. How do I manage API keys for making my request? Do we still use .m files in Golang 9? M files, well, yeah. I'm just reading the env, right? That's the best thing. That's the best way to handle configs. If you're still handling configs in files and all that stuff, then you're basically doing it completely wrong. The only thing you need to do is basically put every key you have in your environment and then read it from Golang. And yeah, if you use you can use these packages that basically automatically read your environment and put them into a configuration and all that stuff. But to be honest, you could just do west-get-env, right, like this, and then I don't know, private key or something from a blockchain, right? Private key, and actually maybe it's gonna be caps, right? Like this, priv key, like everybody doing, right? Could be priv key, right? Priv key, or API key, right? And in your case, it's an API key, right? It's gonna be API key, like this, and then you could say API key, right? Is this returning an error, by the way? I think so. Is it? Nope. Nope. And then you have your API key. But you also need to check, right? You need to check, for example, a very important check you need to do, is telling like if len API key equals 0. That basically means you're in bad trouble, right? That basically means that it's 0, right? It's going to be empty. Empty string, no good, right? So we have display header. So how are we going to check this? No, because each time we handle a player action, we know that, right? Hey, I have an idea. Maybe we can. Hey, I have an idea. Not quite sure if it's the best. We could say. Nobody can read this, right? If somebody comes into this project and he sees this thingy, this comment, he's gonna say, "What the hell are you doing?" So we're gonna delete this. I think we could say something like if current dealer. Oh no, it's an integer. Yeah, I can. We can do this. We can do this. We have player list, right? Player list. So we're gonna say like Akan, thanks. This is a new method. I'm still a rookie. Hey man, you need to think different. I don't wanna hear you say that. This is the last time. I'm gonna ban you, Akan. I'm so sorry. If you cannot say that you're a rookie. You need to say that you are on your way to become the best, right? Maybe you can say that you're not the best yet. That's fine, but you're on your way. You see, you're already a professional, but you're not the best yet, right? Nobody's the best, right? There's always room for improvement, and this is something that you need to understand: is that how better you become, that's the more room there is for improvement. Sounds weird, but that's the thing, because the better you become in programming, the more things you know, the bigger the possibilities become. Because you know more, you can do more, and if you can do more, it becomes a playground, a never-ending playground for creative people like us. It's amazing. It's the best feeling in the world. It's the best feeling in the world knowing that you can build whatever you want. But literally, there is no limit. You can build whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want. It's crazy. You can automate your whole life. You can make a game. You can make a blockchain. You can make a website. You can make everything. How amazing is that? It's crazy. I'm on my way to become the captain. That's what I want to hear, Akan. That's what I want to hear and nothing else. Well, what am I doing here? Yeah, I'm going to check something like if G players list, right? And it's going to be an array. Actually, this playlist we cannot grab this like this. It's inconsistent. We need to fix this because I think bad behavior. Where is this players list, by the way? Players list. Look at this. This is nasty, right? This players list needs to be protected. Nah. The current players list is not protected for concurrent reads and writes, right? All right, let's close this to-do list up. Boom, boom. Yeah, so we know that could be a potential problem, and I think maybe that's the reason why we sometimes have this race condition. But nobody knows this, so keep quiet. Where are we? Man. Yes, if G players list. I think it's current dealer. Is it? current dealer, and that's going to be an atomic int, so we're going to say get. And if that's from, I'm going to panic real quick, right? I'm going to panic real quick. You can say just received a message from the current dealer. Why do I do this panic? Just to check. Oh, man. Oh, I need a new chair, man. Okay, so let's see if this is gonna work. If it's gonna work. Make run. Okay, so now we're gonna send a lot of massages. Postman, yes. Let's say I'm betting 10. Doesn't matter, right? So we're betting 10. That's fine. This guy's betting. Is everybody okay here? Yes, everybody is okay. No data risk conditions. So we're gonna say the next one, which is 5001. That guy, I don't know. He's gonna fold because, yeah. All right, bet fold. This current dealer. Yeah, of course he's idle. He's idle because he still needs to take his turn. That's good. The next on the block is player 7000. Because 6000, I don't know why we cannot count on this channel. You're gonna learn so much, but counting, that's not on the block. So it's gonna be 7001, right? I don't know. Maybe he cannot check, right? We need to check. That's something we need to double check that we cannot check. I know it sounds complicated, but once somebody takes an action. For example, if somebody does if there is a bet, we need to check that. If there is a bet, so we could loop through all the player actions from that current round because we hold that in a map. Couldn't save, by the way. We could check, is there a bet? Yeah, then there is no check possibility, right? Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. And let's fold. So we have idle, bet, bet. We have idle, bet, fold, fold. So now, which we have never tested before, is go back to the dealer. We never tested this. We never ever tested this. And okay, you see, that's why we could not get any response. And then you know what time it is, right? Then you know what time it is. Oh yeah. Oh no, it's. Oh, I thought it was our panic received from the dealer, but it isn't. It's an index out of range. That's why you always need to check the length of your arrays, and we didn't, I think. It's going to be a nasty, and that's why these things are nasty to debug, because it can take action, probably. Some shenanigans. Can take action. You see, that's why I don't like it. We need to this players list. It's crazy because we just I just made this to do thingy, right? I just said written. I don't know. My English is garbage. The current players list is not protected from any kind of concurrent reads and writes, which is not the case. But I was thinking, why should we should wrap this players list into some structure that basically wraps the list, so we can do gets and adds and retrieve things thread safe, but also we could do then there a check on the length and all that stuff, right? So we don't have these issues. Because what are we doing here? G players list, G current players turn get. So this is corrupted. I know what's going on because we keep incrementing this. Oh man, this game is I'm gonna be hairless. I'm gonna be bald. That's why I'm bald. It's all these things, man. Let's do server here. So what we're gonna do quick is, and I'm always programming in this game state here. Let's put it here. I don't know. Let's switch it up. Let's make server the other side, right? Server here, all right. Current player's turn. It's because we increment this thing. Where do we increment it? Inc. Here. This player's turn 2 times. To do ant-m. This function should be handled by the logic of picking the next player internally. Ah, hey, look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna recap myself. I'm gonna quote myself a couple days ago. To do, dear Anthony, GG. This function should handle the logic of picking the next player internally. Because maybe the next player in the list is not the next index. Hence, not G current player turn +1 due to the fact that his status can be just connected. I don't know why that's that. I don't know. The last piece of this thing. I don't know. But still. So we need to handle this internally. This is... yeah. I didn't expect this. How are we going to do this? So it's basically, if you say get current player's turn, increment. But why do we have get next player turn then? Let me open up game state again on this. 2 game states, 2 windows. Because then we can focus on this thing. We can focus on this screen, on this function. And then we can actually search in the same file for other stuff. So we don't lose track. We don't lose our focus. We can go 2 things at the same time in the same file. Isn't that amazing? And if you want to do 3 files. But 2 is enough. This Friday, we are only running at 200%, not at 300, right? Okay, so current player's turn. Why don't we do get next position on the table? Yes, why don't we do this function, right? This function basically gives us the next position on the table. I'm thinking, why do we actually use current player turn? Why do we have that? Didn't we? I think we forgot that we had that function for some reason, because we can easily just call that function instead of tracking that atomic int. Yeah. I think we can simplify. We can simplify once again, I think. Whoa, we're still rolling, eh? How do I close this thing? Okay. Get next position on the table. I'm gonna do some assertions real quick, because never trust yourself. Never trust Never trust somebody else, but also never trust code you wrote yourself. Double check. Always double check, man. Triple check. What? Quadruple check. Okay, so shuffle and cave. We don't need that thing. We don't need it. We don't need it. This thing. No, it was check, right? It was this can't take action thingy. So I think what I'm doing, I'm gonna comment this out. I'm gonna actually, we could do what I'll do, comment it out, duplicate it. So we have some versioning right in our face. And instead of saying a player list, we could do this. Instead of saying G current player's turn get, right, this atomic int, we could say G gets next position on the table. Next position on the table, like this. Man, my ears. I have this noise cancellation on. I don't know why, but I love to be in my personal space. But this noise cancellation is causing my ears to. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, this should work. I don't know. You tell me. Let's see. It's getting complicados. And I don't know what's up with YouTube, but it's so calm, man. It's so calm. It's calm in the views. It's calm in the stream. It's calm on the Discord. What are people doing? What are you guys doing? Is it vacation or something? I don't know. What's going on? It's crazy. Man. %13% click-through rate. That's good. All right. I don't know what it is. YouTube is just, I don't know. You tell me. Should I go on Twitch? Tell me. Leave in the comments. Should I go on Twitch and leave YouTube and upload it to YouTube? I don't know what's going on, man. All right. Let's do thingy. Postmanos. So let's do 3001. That cannot happen. This should be protected by our system. Boom. Errors. Taking action before it's my turn. Right? That's perfectly fine. And our system should be... yes, our system. Nothing happens. Right? It's all good. We cannot do that. Fine. Alright, so who's the next player? It's basically 4,000. Let's fold. Everybody's gonna fold, right? No. Let's do... let's bet. Why not? 3 BTC. Boom. Okay, we are in bed. What's going on? Oh yeah, it's because... Yeah, we changed that, right? We changed that. Yeah. We made another mistake. They get the next pos on the table. Okay, it's time for some debugging because this is not quite right. We're gonna say fmt printf. We're gonna say %s. Is it d? Next. Next pos. It's gonna be this one. Right, and it's gonna be g. Next pos on the table. We're gonna copy this, and then we're gonna say next player turn, which we know it's corrupted, right? This corrupted is gonna be next player. Current player turn actually, and there's gonna be there's gonna be a get, right? Because it's atomic, and we made our own atomic int. So now we need to take an action, right? So we're gonna quickly do that. Postman. Boom. Yeah. Bet. Boom. We're gonna initial. Okay, we did no new line. I know. Yeah, I see. The next pos on the table, I see what's going on. It's the next pos on the table in our perspective, which makes sense that he's telling that the next pos is 2. It makes a lot of sense. Because it's his turn, right? So it's player's 1 turn. But the next player is 2. If that makes sense. So that basically means that my thinking of... there's only 3 of us, I know, man. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter, boys. Hey, the show... What do I tell you? The show must go on. It is. It's just keep going. You need to trust the process and everything in life. If you go to the gym, your relationship, your personal development, your coding, YouTube streaming, a startup, raising a dog, raising kids. You need to trust the process because the only thing you can do is do the best you can. It's if you give yourself 110% in anything you do, the only thing you need to tell yourself is that you're going to trust the process, right? And it will take time. It will take time, right? But that's how life works. It takes time. You know what I mean? And that's what people don't understand. They need to trust the process. And people are so caught up in their instant gratification, right? And that's why they love to play games, because you see these players, these gamers, right? And playing games is cool, right? It can be relaxing. I understand. I was a gamer myself, and until I realized something in my head, something in my mind, and that's basically why am I so motivated to play RuneScape or World of Warcraft of any other game and enhancing my character, right? Grinding gold. And wow, look at me, I have so many gold and I'm the richest guy on the server, and look at my character, he's so strong, I'm level 90 or whatever, and I have this sword, it's epic, it's legendary, I farmed 2 weeks for that, and look at me, everybody adores me, I'm the god of Azeroth. And I'm thinking by myself, whoa, why would you enhance your character in game? Why would you farm gold in game? Why would you be the strongest man in game if you can do that in real life? Farm gold in real life. Go to the gym and be strong in real life. Make friends in real life. You know what I mean? Because it takes long. It's not in 2 weeks. It's not in 2 months. And 2 years is maybe also too short for some things, right? It's just... and that's why you need to be mentally strong, man, because you know the struggle is gonna be hard, and it will take time, right? But eventually, if you trust the process, everything is gonna be alright. And I have this mic OCD, man. It's crazy. Why is this mic here? Why do I need a mic? Why can't I not just talk in the air and it's all fine? Okay, so we need to rethink this thing. And I think if you have a round trip, if you can do a round trip, I'm going to be so happy. I believe in Anthony GG supremacy. Man, like I said, Icebear, I made so many mistakes in my life, man. I made too many mistakes. I mentally, completely... For my age, I went through too many shit. Trust me. I went through too many shit too young. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, right? It teaches you a lot. It teaches you a lot. Unnamed, what is up, man? Where were you? I thought you were kidnapped, killed. I thought you were, I don't know. But hey. I sold all my gaming console and quit games. Focus required. Yeah, man, it is. Focus required. You should focus. Yeah, just be a boss in life, man. Life is a game. It's player versus player anyway, right? There's nobody's gonna help you, right? There's nobody's gonna... your colleagues, these guys, they are the first that will stab you with a knife in your back. Your colleagues. I don't need colleagues. Fuck them. I'm a lone wolf. I'm helping people and I'm sharing my knowledge, but by the end of the day, life is a player versus player. And you will learn that. You will learn that. And I'm making mistakes, still can't figure it out how I can fix it all. Man. It depends, size bet. I don't know, of course, not your personal situation. And if you want to talk about it, you can. You have me as a friend on Discord. You can talk about that shit. It's okay to talk about it. But yeah, the show must go on. The show must go on, man. It's the same thing in crypto, right? People are, oh, my money and FTX and crypto is setback. Yeah, it's a setback, but it's the biggest opportunity you will ever have. Trust me. And not the opportunity of investing in these coins. Maybe it's also an opportunity. I'm not a financial advisor, but it's basically an opportunity because a lot of people will leave the space. A lot of new stuff needs to be built. So a lot of talent needs to come in, and once your knowledge, yeah, it's trust me. All right, so let's get back to business. Yeah, how am I gonna do this? So we're doing this incrementation, but the question rather is, can we increment? Wait, I have an idea. So what we also could do, let's yoink it. We could say my pos on the Azrul Hanifa. I see you using the Vim extension. Why aren't you using Neovim instead? That's a good question. That's a good question. Why? Because what's going on here? I don't know. I think it looks better, in my opinion. It looks better, and it has better integrations. Although you're 100% Azrul, you could basically, if you take some time and over time, you can make your Neovim as the same looking as Visual Studio Code. 100% agree with that. I have no clue actually why I'm using it. I don't know, but hey, let's continue. But I don't have any extensions here, man. That's the problem. I would love to code in Vim or in Neovim, but I don't have Neovim installed on this Windows machine, to be honest. Anyway, it's exactly the same thing, to be honest. I don't know. I was trying out Lunar Vim because it had all these configuration installed, but I was trying to remap escape to GG because I'm using GG to escape my insert mode, and I couldn't find it where to do it, and I called it a day. So I'm sick and tired of doing these configs, to be honest, all the time. And what's going on here? Quit. To making these configs all the time. And to keep updating the shenanigans. And I also have a MacBook, and if I code in my bed, sometimes when I go to sleep, before I go to sleep, I open up my laptop and I do some small stuff. And then it basically syncs the configuration between my Windows machine for streaming and my MacBook automatically in VS Code. And of course, this is not an excuse. I know, but still, hey. Maybe once in a time I will go back, right? But I think VS Code does a pretty good job, and also this terminal and everything. It goes at the speed of light, man. So my pos on the table. I don't think it matters actually. Current player position get. That's not true. We're gonna say it's gonna be G my pos. Get position on the table. What's going on here? Get position on the table. Yeah. Boom. Let's go. Let's see what's going on. Yes. 4,000. Yes, 4,000. It's to bed. Boom. Cannot take an action. Look at this. These new lines. 2, 1, 1. But that doesn't mean shit, right? It sounds simple, and maybe it's simple, or maybe I'm making it too complex. That's the thing. Maybe I'm making it too complex, by the way. Let's do some new lines, actually. Next position on the table. That's not gonna work. We also cannot say next position -1. That's also not the next player, right? So I think we need to have this next player turn. I think we need to have this next player turn, but we need to double check if we increment that shenanigans. Where is ink? Now let me open up game state this side, because we're going to be in game state all the time. Ink. Mr. Marble, could you make a video showing your dev environment? Yes, I can. I think a lot of people ask for this, but to be honest, guys, it's very, very minimalistic. I code with basically no extensions. Nothing. Literally. I'm literally one of those guys that could just open up Vim with no installation, just some key remappings, and just do its thing. I don't know, I may be old school. But I will make one. It's a very good thing. I'm gonna make one over the weekend, I think. It's very quick, right? So it's not big of a deal. Not too much editing, just raw content. Showing you... And if you wanna see my VS Code, you can do !VS Code, and I have a GitHub repository with my filthy config. All in one file. I really hate config files. I really hate them. I know there are a lot of people in their Vim and their Neovim. They're basically these weekend hobbyists, which basically take hours and hours making this config so nice and clean, but I think it's a waste of time. But I was a guy like that before, right? I was a guy like that. I had a period in my life I was doing the same shit, so... Yeah. Alright, so this current player turn incrementing this thing is basically the cause of all evil, right? This is the cause of all evil. So we can increment until we need to reset, right? When do we need to reset? If we reach the end of the... Actually, maybe it's super... Actually, we could make a function, right? And I will put it a little bit higher so you guys can have no hernia. We could say like G game. And then we can say increment. Actually, do we need this? We can say inc next player. Next player. Man, what's going on? Like this. Right, and it's going to be this function. This one. I'm going to say inc. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it in. But we cannot inc. We need to basically check... Something like if len g players list. I think it's small caps. Players list, yeah. Man, we have a lot of calls to this player list, and we need to refactor that. We're gonna refactor player list a little bit, so that's gonna be nasty. But it needs to happen. Sometimes life is nasty. Players list. So we're gonna say if the len's players list. We need to be careful here, because you know indexes array is 0 and then a length is not 0, and then so if the length of the player list -1, right, is equal to g current player turn get, because it's this atomic variable. So that basically means that if the what's going on here? It's an int32, I see. God damn it. I'm gonna say int. Why is it? The line built-in function returns. Yeah. What's going on? Why is this empty branch? Yeah, man. Hey, hey, give me some time, hey. So if the length of the players list -1 equals the current player's turn, that basically means we need to reset. We need to reset this thing. Do we have that? I'm going to open up a game state on the other thing so we can, like I said, focus on this thing. New atomic value, string set. Oh, we can set. That's cool. That's cool. That's Gucci. So we can say G current player turn set 0. Is that a thing? And of course we need to return here. Or you could do an else, you know. So we're gonna basically keep incrementing this stuff until we reach the end of the list. Slice array, whatever you want to call it. If that's so, then we're gonna reset, and that's gonna be the next player, right? The next player on the... Because our array of players is basically represents the round table, right? The table, the poker table, and then player 1, 2, 3, 4, and then once we have 6 players or something, then we need to go back to the first one, if that makes sense. That's how we do this thing right here. That's how we roll, because then we can sort that list based on IDs, and in this case on the port numbers of the players. So we have a deterministic players list. Yeah, so people cannot change seats, right? Is it gonna? What are we gonna do here, right? Increment next player. I don't like if else, so I could just return this function here and call it a day. Is this gonna work? I have no clue. We need to test that. So we need to do it here, right? So we say g current players turn inc. So I'm gonna say g inc next player. Delete this. Actually, maybe we should. I'm just gonna delete it. Doesn't matter. Wait, let me first. Where is the next one? We have no, another call to this thing. Let me do GG. GD. This one. It's increment players turn, right? Yeah. Make a run. Is it gonna work? I don't know. I started using glasses recently. My girlfriend thinks I use my laptop too much. Please give her a shout out and encourage me to code more. By this, I want to do a shout out to the girl of Akan. And I think I need the glasses too. Actually, I think that I'm thinking this for 5 years or for 4 years that I need glasses. But hey, because I'm still rolling, man. I still have eagle eyes. I literally am coding with a light in my eyes for the camera and everything, because it's actually dark here, because it's nice, right? You see these cool streamer setup, but there is like a big light shining right in my face, and I'm still holding on. I think if I open up my window, it will shine so far in the sky that even Batman will come out of his cave. Yeah, so we're gonna bet, eh? God damn it, it's not working. I'm trash. Hey, wait, but... A blue cut lens. Yeah, that glasses, right? These programming glasses, right? Oh, you're starting using glasses in general. I see in general. Yeah. See, I thought you were glasses for programming itself. These blue cuts. But I mean, my screen is basically completely. I have this flux thingy, right? That filters this light. But if it's enough, I don't know. What's going on here? Man, this is gonna be nasty to debug, and it's gonna be an easy task, to be honest. What's going on? Game status pre-flop G increment next player. Wait. What's going on here? Ah, yeah, that's because... It's because we're still using this get position on table instead of G current player turn, I think. Like this, right? And then get. What's going on here? I'm caps locking. I need to be careful. Get. Like this, right? Big run. Man, I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but hey. It's only the private club, man. It's only a private club today. Not quite sure. I think it's just a moment in time. I think it's just a bad period because this week I'm experiencing some inactivity. Inactivity. Not quite sure. Let's send. Yes. Whee! Okay, so let's try the round trip, right? Let's try the round trip. And tomorrow we're going to do a nice stream, by the way. Tomorrow we're going to, like Saturday, each Saturday we do the shenanigans, right? Each Saturday we do the most amazing things that literally nobody is doing. And, well, so to say, right? And tomorrow I was thinking maybe we should implement Erlang's supervisor model in Golang. Maybe we should make some kind of a package where you can basically do the exact same thing, like the Erlang and Elixir, which is basically Elixir is Erlang, right? It's exactly the same thing. It's just syntactic sugar for the people that cannot write Erlang because they have right. They are right because Erlang's syntax is basically completely trash. I don't know who invented that language and why he came up with that syntax. It makes no sense, right? It can be alongside with Groovy in the same dumpster. It's completely, I don't know what's going on. What weed these guys were smoking back in the days. But hey. Alright, so everything is fine here. So what we're gonna do is yeah, keep incrementing the shenanigans. And by implementing this this Erlang stuff, we're gonna learn a lot about some core concepts of concurrency and all that stuff, right? Ice Bear Man, have a nice sleep and I see you tomorrow. Yeah, let's increment this gay. Let's do 5,000 or something. He's betting, that's fine. And then we're gonna say 7,000, which is the last one. 7,000 here. Knal. Perfectly fine. So I think everybody is bet. And the only guy that needs to do is the dealer. So now I'm curious what's going on because this is new. This is new stuff. This is new territory. Everybody's gonna bet the same thing. I don't know why, but hey. Maybe we have a chance. I know there is a panic, right? Because this is, if you see this, bad news. I know there is a panic, but it could be our panic that it was the dealer. So hopefully it is that. Let's pray. Let's pray. Oh, I can see it. It's exciting. It's the same thing! The next player turn is 4. You see, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3. We know that we are 0, but the next player turn is 4, so there's still somewhere some shenanigans going on. Next player turn. What did we have here? Next player turn is 4. That's not correct. Wait. So the players list. The players list -1. Get the current player turn. That's gonna be. It's incrementing too late, I guess. What's going on here? I'm confused. I'm confused. It's classic stuff, but hey, sometimes classic stuff can be hard. Great stream. Gotta take a break. See you. Thanks for watching, my man. See you in the next one. Man, what's going on here? Lag. Hey, what's it? Yeah, fine. Man, there's so much lag in What else going on? Nothing happens. Okay, cool. So 4,000 is good. Then we're gonna say 5,000 is gonna be perfectly fine. Then we're gonna say 7,001. Perfectly fine. And now it's 3,000. Still an error. What's going on here? I want to fix it. I'm going to set myself in the Friday evening position because I can. What's going on here? This is not if the players list, if the length of the players list. Did I did +1 or -1? So actually, what you could do, is that a thing? I'm not sure. Make run. Let's see what's going on here. This is good. Man. Fine. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna basically create a script because I'm not gonna do this each time, this Postman. We're gonna make a script to do this, to be honest. Marble, Mr. Marble, maybe the error is on the get method instead of the ink. No, the get is basically just an atomic. I will show. We're gonna test this real quick. Did I already did 5,000? Yeah, I did. So that's fine. Man, something is lagging in this Postman thing. I don't know what it is, but something is lagging. So everybody is betting, right? It doesn't really matter. I'm just testing. If the only thing I want to test, which I want to complete today, is that everybody took his action in a round, basically in the pre-flop or something, that we can go to the next thing, which is the flop. Something like that. That's what I want to do. Because once we have that round trip, then we have the full game. The logic for the full game, the rest is just basically sending stuff, right? This is going to be 3,000 back to the dealer, right? Because the dealer is 3,001. We're going to send this and we get another error. What is this? Index out of range once again. I will show you this get function. You mean this current player turn, this one, right? This thing. This get is basically just a load int, atomic load int. So that's not the case. Nothing to do with. I think it's a simple error. Not quite sure why I'm so struggling with this. Increment next player. Maybe we are calling it too late. Wait, let me think. When does this happen? It happens when we take an action, right? If we take an action here. Wait, but who? Who is panicking? Can't take action. Can't take action. That's basically... That's the cause of all evil, right? And where do we call this? Can't take action. In the player action and in the take action. Right? It's important because the player action is basically when we get a message from another player. And the take action is basically when we take the action ourselves on our machine. Evanji, instead of Postman, I prefer to use Thunderclient. Yeah, me too, Evanji. Yeah, for me too. I was also using Thunderclient. But I have it. I can Thunderclient, you see it's here. But the reason why I'm not using it right now is because it will be open in one of my windows, left or right, and then I'm gonna close it, and then I'm gonna open it up, and then my whole URL is basically back reset to the default one, and I need to retype the URL, and yeah, I don't know. Man, I'm a difficult person sometimes, I know. But Thunderclient is amazing. I hate Postman. I'm not quite sure what's happening with Postman. But I remember when I'm using Postman a lot, it was basically in the early days of my career when I was doing a lot of front-end stuff also. A lot of full-stack shenanigans, you know, in Node and all that stuff. I was using a lot of Postman. And Postman was a native application, right? It was a native application. It was very simple. The only thing you could do was make requests, and it saved it. All we need. But right now, Postman is turning into the AWS of requests. It's crazy. You need to have a certificate. You need to have, what do I say? You need to have a whole fucking handbook written, learned, before you can use that stuff. It's with workspaces and teams and collaboration and tests and all this crazy. And it lags. And it's in the cloud. Can you imagine that? Postman in the cloud, 2022. Time has gone so far. Yeah, we're using this 2 times. Can't take action. This is the error, right? So the error comes from this, right? This is the error. No. It's the next player's turn. Because if we take an action, then we're gonna check it, and then we're gonna increment it. Huh? Didn't we? Man, look at this. We didn't change this. With this whole to-do. You see, why comments sometimes is basically completely dog shit? And the funny part is that that I explicitly took 2 minutes to read this comment on the stream. And still, I'm basically ignoring my own comments, even though I wrote a comment myself, even though I mentioned this comment on stream literally half an hour ago. Isn't that crazy? We as developers, man, we are a special breed. There's gonna be G increment, right? Increment next player. Is that a thing? The question rather is, do we fucked up right now in the because this is not true, right? If land players list is 4, so that it needs to be -1 at all times, right? I cannot imagine a world where that's not true, to be honest. Yeah, right. By the way, Postman is handy when one wants to test WebSockets. Yeah, it's true. But I think I'm gonna use the Thunderclient if I need to do these requests. I think I'm using it in one of my videos where I'm doing this JSON API thing, so I think it's fine. It's pretty good, but just if you need to do, I don't know. Maybe it's because I have no clue why I'm making it myself so hard with Postman. Look at this, man. Maybe we're gonna write a script that basically does a round trip ourselves, because so 4,000 is perfectly fine. Then we're gonna say 5,000. It's gonna be perfectly fine. And then it's 7,000. Perfectly fine. And then we're gonna say 3,000, and it's gonna panic out once again. It isn't. Oh, but we made a mistake. Yes, it is. It is. Just received message from current dealer. It's perfectly fine. That's exactly what we wanted. That's exactly what we wanted. That's what we need. Haha. So the problem was basically our code was perfectly right. This thing, I was basically in doubt of myself. So we were doing some shenanigans here. We were trying some different, I don't know. It makes no sense what I was doing. I knew it. But still I was doing it because I was desperate. But actually it was this increment next player. We missed it right here. Right. So I think we can clearly say that we fixed a bad stuff. So very nice that I made this comment, by the way, and you should do too in your code, because hence not the current player. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, no. This means something else. Because it could be that in our players list, there are players that are basically not ready, that are basically not joined the current round, right? Players that came in late, right? If the round is already busy and I'm connecting, I'm basically just sitting there without cards waiting for the next round to start, right? And that's why I made this comment actually. Because due to the fact that the last sentence makes it clear, due to the fact that his status can just be connected. So we cannot just increment here. I'm gonna say this is still not fixed. Still not fixed. So we know, because otherwise I could say next time I come in this code and see, hey, we fixed it, but it isn't. What's the date today? I have no clue. Doesn't really matter. Where is panic? Here. No, here. So if we get a message from the current dealer, right, so we can say because we are not going to get a message. If we are the dealer, we are not going to get this message because we are not sending to ourselves. So basically it means that we need to say I think it's true that we can say that we can advance to the next round. And everybody needs to do that. Because we are protected, right? We can say if the action current game status is not the same, yeah, that's fine. Because players will also send their current game status if they perform an action, so we can check if they are in the same round, which is a handy check. So we could say here that the G game status, is it current status? Current status, I think it's set. Is it? It isn't. Oh, that's crazy. Then we're gonna say game status flop. Damn, how can how are we gonna fix this? No, we need to run. Oh man, this game keeps being more complicated all the time. What I'm gonna do is something very simple at the top of my screen real quick. I'm gonna say var game rounds or something. Actually we can't. Yeah, we could do something like get next game round, and then we could say we could switch the current round. We could say if it's flop, go if it's flop, if it's pre-flop, go to flop, if it's flop, go to turn. If it's turn, go to river, something like that. Or what we could do is make an array and increment that thing. But that's again, you know, arrays and incrementing stuff and indexes, and I think we should do it the nasty way just for the sake of func g game. It's gonna be get next round. Oh, get next game status maybe, I don't know. It makes no sense. I know it's gonna be a game status, right? I'm gonna say we're gonna do something nasty. Actually, we could do a switch, right? Maybe we could do a switch here. Why not? Makes sense. Switch. How do we say this? G current status. Yeah. Okay. If it's a pre-flop thingy, man, my caps lock is again doing nasty stuff. We're gonna say if it's a game status player, no, game status pre-flop. Yeah. Then we're gonna say return me game status flop. If it's game status flop, you see where I'm going. This looks a little bit, I don't know. Some people can question this. I understand because I'm questioning it myself. But using an array sounds like the neat trick, right? Using an array where you can increment the game round and then just fetch the status from an array, which could be of a slice, whatever you want to call it, which is actually a slice, unless you make it fixed, which we could because we have a fixed number of rounds, yada yada yada. But you know this index stuff with arrays and then I don't know, man. I'm not quite sure. I think this is clean and simple and everybody can read it, and it's also simple to debug, right? Arrays, indexes, you know where where we come from, where we came from, the previous bug. So I would just do this. Sometimes this is good. If it's a game status flop, you're gonna say game status. No, there's no linked list. I mean, like that. No. It's just for retrieving a status. Game status flop. You're gonna say it's gonna be game status. What is this? A river? No, turn. What's been next to flop? Turn, right? Turn river. River is the last thing, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. What's going on with this? Why is this not working? It's like this. Current status. What's going on? What? Damn, it's an atomic hint. I'm gonna say get, and then we're gonna cast this to a game status. Why not? Problem solved. Right, and then we're gonna say if it's turn, it's easy. This is the best approach, not gonna lie. It's gonna be turn. And then we're gonna basically return status river, right? Crimea river. And then if it's river, then we will see what's going on. And we will return something else. Woo. I'm gonna return. Man, what should the default case here? What should it be? I'm gonna return. I don't know. Yet. And we can't because it's game status. What do we have here? Why do we have checked it? It makes no sense. I literally have no clue, man. Can we do -1? I have no clue what we're gonna do. I'm gonna panic because this is not right? You're gonna say that we know that in the future. Invalid game status. Just for the sake. I get tired of this guy, so keep me awake. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, man. I think it's a bad time. What are people doing? Are they? Is something to do? Are they on vacation, on holiday? What's going on? Are they sleeping? All right, so yeah, get next game status. So what we're gonna do here is here, right? In this case, we can set the current game status to the next one. Could say next round, actually, something like that. So what we're gonna say here, G, did we something? We're gonna say, actually it's this one, right? We can use this one. Game status, and that should be the next one, right? Get next game status. Look at this. Of course, this returns. Actually, we need to set this, right? Atomic int. And we can't because we need to cast this to... Oh man, what's going on? We can. What's going on? Yeah, of course it can, because I'm writing. What's going on? Is this... Oh yeah, it's in 32, right? So, get next game status is an in 32. Is a game status. Yeah, it's fine. What are you doing? Buffer! What is up, Buffer? What is up, man? I was thinking about you, not gonna lie. I was legit thinking about you. And I was just thinking, where the hell is he? Or she? I think you're a he, but if you're a she, could be. Maybe you're a he, she. No, man, Buffer, everything is fine. What up, man? How are you doing? How is your life? Everything fine? I hope you're doing well. Where you live, I hope everything is fine with your family, and I don't know. I hope everything is Gucci, man. Alright, increment next player. And set this current round, that's fine. But now we also need to make sure that we... There's one thing I forgot. We need to... So we need to set our game status. That's what in this case, every player in this case will need to set, right? We need to set the current game status to the next one. All right, there's one player gonna be in trouble. I know one player gonna be in trouble. I think it's a dealer. We're gonna see. Thank you, man. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing fine. Man, I'm getting problems with my teeth. Not quite sure. Man, like I said. What else going on? Sometimes you get the weirdest messages from people on YouTube. It's crazy. I think I need to make more shorts. I really think. Not quite sure. I'm hustling, guys. I'm hustling. I'm trying streaming. I tried videos. I tried clickbaits, which I don't like. The only thing I want to do, guys, is just code and provide content. Coding stuff. That's what I want to do. That's the only thing I want to do. I don't want to hassle with these thumbnails. I don't want to do jump cuts. And I just want to talk and I want to code. But YouTube won't let me. Because nobody is viewing these videos. Nobody's clicking them. Everybody wants cheap dopamine, right? How to get rich in 10 minutes. How to get shredded in 1 day, right? How to make money with affiliate marketing. How to make money in the crypto market. How to please a girl multiple times a day. Something like that. Or maybe how to make how 100 people can make 1 million by putting their hand on a button for 4 weeks. Something like that. Like these cheap garbage videos that will I don't know. It makes you smile. It makes you forget your misery. Your misery. I understand that. You have a shit life. So if you see this cheap dopamine, you can laugh a little bit and forget your misery. I understand. But there are people that are willing to see my content but don't see it because YouTube is not pushing it. It's crazy. And none of them will happen. Exactly, Buffer. So at least somebody smart enough to understand. Nothing will happen. You cannot make you cannot be rich by doing that stuff, guys. Please, affiliate marketing, crypto trading, it's not gonna work. The only thing you can make money is by knowing stuff and by making your own startup or by joining a startup in a very early stage as an engineer. Look, as an engineer, there are 2 ways. 3. Rich, right? I'm talking about rich, not wealthy. I think engineers are pretty, well, have a good life, right? But if you want to be rich as an engineer, you need to do 2 things. One, you need to know a lot of shit. But I mean, you need to know how to build stuff, right? And you need to join a startup at a very early stage as an engineer that can do legit everything. You can do the DevOps, you can do the front end, you can do the back end, you can do legit everything. And you help scaling that startup for 3-4 years. And in return of a big paycheck, which they don't have money, you ask shares in return. And after 3-4 years, you call it a day. You say, goodbye, everybody. Thanks for the good years. Thanks for the ping pong and the pizzas. But I'm peacing out. Buy my shares in the next... you just need to wait until the next funding round comes, like a Series A, B, whatever. And then you sell your shares. And you can sip margaritas on the beach. Or you make your own startup and do the same. Make no money for literally 3 to 4 years, and then hopefully you can sell your company and sip margaritas in the Bahamas next to the condo of Sam Bankman-Fried. So yeah, that's the only 2 ways. Or you learn complex, or you learn systems programming, distributed systems, all that stuff, low level programming, which will get you paid much higher, right? Because you know how it goes, right? It's supply and demand, right? It's supply and demand. It's also in the engineering space, and React developers, they're basically you throw a React bone and whole fucking people going loose. Everybody is a React developer. Literally 100,000 people will jump on the same job and get paid an average, right? Because React frontend, everybody's doing that stuff. But if they need somebody that can write a Rust program, a complicated distributed system, or something in Rust or in Go, literally nobody can do that, right? Although not many can do that, which basically means those people are scarce, so they will need to pay more. If they don't have what they need, they don't get what they need. If that makes sense, that's how you can do it also. But that won't make you rich. That will make you ça va. You know what I mean? Ça va bien. But startups is the way to go, but also the way to burn out and the way to get in trouble. You know what I mean? It's nothing comes for free in this world, man. Nothing comes for free. Look at me. I'm 35. turning 36, and look at, I'm sitting here in front of my desk where everybody is sipping margaritas, and there is 8 viewers, I think 6 viewers on my stream, and I still do my best grinding this out, right? So, yeah. And you should do the same, grinding your stuff out. And now I'm totally forgot what we were willing to do. The chance is about 1 of 10 to win. Yeah, exactly, Evanji. The chance is about 1 of 10 to win the jackpot with startups, but I think it's worth to try at least. Yeah, I made a lot of startups in my life, and most of them failed. Only my startup I have right now is basically doing okay, right? It's still, like every startup, it's still funding to funding, right? It's lean and mean. You don't make any money, or not much. But we doing fine. We are pretty famous. We're pretty famous in Europe. We are actually the only one in Europe. I mean, the biggest one, so it's fine. What the hell am I doing here? What's the plan? Look at me, insider. Look at me. I'm 34 and sitting among other 6 people watching one grinding it out. It is what it is. Oh man, insider, man, where did you come from suddenly, man? What the hell? Where did you come from, insider? Like I was telling insider, I'm not quite sure what's going on with YouTube today, but the last week it's very, very, very calm on the videos, on the interactions, and on the stream. Not quite sure. Maybe it's just a bad period, right? Maybe YouTube comes in waves. I have no clue. Maybe YouTube decided to stop the double champ. Who knows? I don't know. You tell me. Almost, yeah. We are grinding it out to 2K subscribers, and it's one of my goals for this year, right? My goal was actually, yeah, 2K would be nice. That would be easy, right? Have you tried streaming on Twitch, Eric and G? Yeah, I tried. That was my first stream was on Twitch. It was pretty funny. I was streaming for nobody, and I did exactly the same thing like I do right now. But then, yeah, I think I had one viewer. One viewer came on my Twitch, and I think he followed me to YouTube. Although I think my personality fits more to Twitch than YouTube. That's something I'm people telling me, friends and other people telling me that my personality fits Twitch more. But yeah, I don't wanna be an entertainer. I mean, I like to entertain sometimes, but I wanna provide value. You know what I mean? I wanna coach stuff. I wanna show things. That's what I wanna do, and I'm not quite sure if Twitch is the right thing for that, because people, I don't know. Twitch is a nice community. I watch Twitch every fucking day, man. I mean, I watch Twitch every day. Jonathan, and the girls are back. XXX 2.0 fun. But Ninebot taking care, slapping their cheeks, slapping their naked butt cheeks. YouTube is scared. Insider, YouTube is scared high-value engineers will develop decentralized peer-to-peer YouTube and replace it. Punk. Be some chick. Wait. In my opinion, be some chick on Twitch with computer. There will be 50 people watching you, but no interaction. Yeah, true. It's true. If you're a girl, a whole new world opens. The only thing you need is boobs. I have boobs, man. But they are fucking pecs. They call it pecs. Insane pectorials. But yeah. I'm a man, so not gonna work out. But I mean, I think it's just a grind, right? I mean, I will see. And for me, the viewers, I mean, if my video, if the saved replays of this stream gets some viewers, it's fine for me also, right? After the stream is done, because one of my poker streams had like 8 or 10 concurrent viewers, but it's now 2.4k total views, right? That's also good for me, right? That's also good for me. Berek, Your content is 0.1 of the best. No one teaches decentralized poker game in any language. No one even teaches Golang. I know, man. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on with these fake gurus on YouTube with their fucking email subscribe list on Twitter. With all these fucking... I'm literally getting so pissed at these guys. I'm muting them each and every day. I'm muting them each and every day. I mean, I think there is a big gap that needs to be filled, and I'm trying to fill it. Hey, I see you thinking. Not that gap. But I mean, you have tutorial code, which is nice, right? Like, there are good videos on YouTube teaching you how languages work and all that stuff. But the problem is that a lot of people are being mistaken. And I think if you're an engineer, you will know it. That even though you do these simple tutorials, teaching you how to build a to-do list and teaching you how something should work. But then you come into a company, right? Then it's time. Then it's time you get hired, right? You get hired because you made that stupid React script from some fake guru. You get hired, and then you need to do stuff in real life, right? And that's where they choke. That's where they don't know what to do. Because it's completely different. Everybody knows it's completely different in production. Production is a mad world, right? It's a savage world. And they don't know that. So I'm trying to provide content that reflects. Of course, this poker engine will not reflect your day-to-day job, but you know what I mean. Like these other things, like the microservice shenanigans that I made. I think that reflects more what you're gonna do in your day job. At least that's what I did in my job, and I needed to write something like that. So, and they're still in business, so I think it's all good. Yeah. All right. So what are we doing here? We're just memory leaking my whole PC. Let's close this thing. Because I think we did what we needed to do. Yeah, I know what I know it back. We need to do a make run. We need to do the round trip and then see if the whole if the games get incremented, but one player won't, and I think it's the dealer. So now we need to do. Actually, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna write a script to do that because I'm sick and tired of doing it with Postman. So where is my main? Can I do this with a script? Let me see. So what we do is we sleep here, we connect, and then we have this go routine here. Yeah, that's fine. Ready. How many players do we have? 5 and 7. So what I'm gonna do is to make it correct, I'm gonna copy this like this. I'm gonna sleep 3 seconds. Maybe 2 is enough actually, or maybe 1 even. I think 1 is enough, to be honest. And if it's not, then you're in trouble. I'm gonna say this, copy this. It's gonna be 7,000. It's gonna set everybody ready. We're gonna make this a nasty function, not gonna lie. But it is what it is. Okay, then we're gonna sleep again. And that's why I make HTTP gets, baby. That's easy. Then I'm gonna say HTTP / we're gonna say localhost. We're gonna say the next player is gonna be 4,000, right? And we're gonna fault. And then we're gonna copy this, paste it here, here, and here. Why each player has his own server? Ah, yeah, that's a good question. So basically, every player has, of course, an own decentralized TCP server, right? A TCP port, which is the 3000. This thingy, this adder, the first rounded adders are basically 3000, 4000, 5000, or the TCP gossip port where we exchange messages. And then we have these other ports, that's basically the HTTP server. Is an HTTP server we boot up so we can send signals from the client to our underlying gossip server that holds the game state and everything. And we will use WebSockets to communicate in real time with the front for retrieving data, right? So because we have one-off messages, right? Like fault, bet, check, bet again, check. You know, that's that ready, join a game. That's one of messages. And we have a server and I make all these servers here, so I don't need to boot different terminals. So I can basically bootstrap my whole game in one main file. And now I'm going to make a function that basically does what I'm doing in Postman, so I don't need to do it because it takes too much time for testing. So So we're going to fold. I just want to test a complete round trip. So we're going to say 5,000. We're going to say 7,000. And that's going to be 3,000, right? Is this going to work? That's a good question. Let's go. Why didn't I thought about this earlier? Not quite sure. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work, to be honest. What's going on? What was I even thinking? Everybody did it staying. But we are not. Oh, yeah. It's working. It's working. Look at this. Look at this. I told you guys that one will be in pre-flop, right? I told you one player will not have evolved. But look at these guys. These are idling in the flop. This guy is folding flop. That's crazy. Not quite sure what these guys do, man. Okay. Maybe I was a little bit too early with the thing. But still. I think one is maybe we should do. Can I do this in VS Code? Like just click this thing and do change all occurrences. Is that a thing actually? Why is it not clicking? Can I do my Vim command with this? Yeah, I can. Alright. Wait, first of all, we're gonna fix this game state thingy. We're gonna say each player in this case will set its thing to yada. That's cool. And then we need to say that if this is the current dealer, and then we're gonna check if we are the current RB dealer. Do we have that still? Oh, we don't have it. GRB dealer. Man, I swear to God that I had a functional RB dealer. I think it's from ancient times. We could say if from equals G current dealer get it's a players list. Man. G players list. Yeah, like this and then this. What's going on here? Yeah, and then we say this. That basically means that it's the same thing as here. No. It's not from. It should be G listen adders. If our adder is this, right? Then we need to do the same thing. Is that a thing? No. It's in take action. Increment player. Yeah, this is more logic here. I know. I'm gonna leave that open. Can we just paste it in here without seeing anything? Because we're gonna say if we are. Wait, what's my keyboard doing here actually? If we are the dealer, it makes no sense. Wait, this makes no sense. What's going on? Every player in this case will need to set the current game status to another round. Handle player action. Yeah, I see. If we received a message from the current dealer. Yes, so that basically means if we take an action. Yeah, I see. If we take an action, if we are the dealer that just took an action. And then we could say that just took an action, we can increment or we can go to the next turn. Yeah, round. If you're a dealer that just took an action, we can go to the next round. Okay, cool. Is that a thing? Not sure. Good night, Ice Bear. I thought you were already sleeping. What's going on with you, man? Your sleep schedule is trash. Okay, we're doing this. Too many messages, so I cannot see what's going on. Everybody's idle in pre-flop. That's not good. What's going on? The whole game is corrupt. Yeah, I see what's going on here. You see these messages. Handle 3000 has not the correct game status. This is actually getting very interesting. Of course, it can be because it's a completely... You see, we are completely lost in salvation here. Everybody in pre-flop has no clue what's going on. The only one in flop is this, is 3000, is the dealer. That's the only one. And the rest is basically, I think it's to do with the player list, I think. Not quite sure. Doem. Damn it. Bring pandas and grizzlies to the party. Damn it, this is nasty. This is nasty, I'm gonna lie. How are we gonna fix this? Because it's gonna get complicated and we have no clue what's going on because our script. Is it our script actually? Maybe. Let's but how can it be our script? I mean, let's go to main real quick. Main go. Let's make it clean. Like this and this. Mike OCD is kicking in, not gonna lie. 2 seconds, that should be fine, right? So what we do is we set everybody ready, boom, boom, boom. That's fine. Actually, why don't we take a little bit more sleep before we doing this folding action? Just we can give it some breathing room. I know it makes no sense. 10 seconds is way too long. And then we say 2, 2, 2, 2. That's fine. What the hell's going on? Damn it. Complicados. It's getting very complicated. Are there any questions that I need to solve? It's getting very complicated, so I think we need to take action upon this stuff in the next stream because we need to have a clean brain so we can debug stuff, because there are a couple things that are basically not right, and that's, I think we have some inconsistencies with players list. And where is players list? Man, my teeth are hurting. I don't know what's going on. Game state. Let's open up game state. I'm going to show you. A players list is going to be players list like this. Somewhere in the bottom, actually. Let's go. Eat. Player list is a slice of strings, which is not protected, and maybe we could have some messages coming from different players at the same time, and I don't know. We need to protect it. We need to wrap this players list, which is what I actually want to do in the beginning of the stream, but it's gonna take some shenanigans to fix it, because a lot of our logic is based on this players list, which is already a bad signal. It's already a red flag for me that I did not do this in the beginning. But hey, it is what it is. What the fuck is going on? So I think for programming, I'm going to wrap it up. I can stay for a couple of minutes more, whatever, if there are questions, if it's something I need to address. And I'm going to think about, I think tomorrow we're going to do something different. Tomorrow I'm going to do some shenanigans stream where we are going to create the Erlang supervisor model in Golang. Right, each Saturday, it's basically a UFC day. It's where I'm going to announce a stream as Bruce Buffer, like every Saturday. It is what it is. And we are going to do something else on the poker stream or something tomorrow. We're going to implement Erlang's supervisor model in Golang and see how that's actually going to work. I have no clue. We're going to see. Daddy, chill. That's getting tired, man. Woo! Woo! Alright, let me quickly see if there is some good news on Twitter. Not quite sure. Probably some people crying again. Which is basically the whole point of Twitter, right? Yeah, crypto, bad, yeah. Bad news. Bad news. Alright, already questions. Is there something I need to relieve you from before I dip them? And for the people that are not subscribed, hey, please consider subscribing. Give me a thumbs up, leave some questions in the comment, or jump into the Discord where we are basically do the after party each day, where we have 24/7 support, basically for people with questions. Twitter is on fire. It is. Twitter is on fire. The world is on fire. The world's on fire, and this is basically just the beginning, right? I mentioned this in my video. It's just the beginning, right? The beginning of the end. But it's basically also a big opportunity for people willing to jump into crypto, like I mentioned. Because just like when I kickstarted my career, it was basically in the beginning. In the beginning, where there were no NFTs. There were no NFTs. Was 2017. And that was a huge opportunity because nobody knows shit, right? Nobody knows shit. There was no developer knew. Nobody knew how these things work. Everybody was doing PHP and Node.js and all that stuff, right? Building with React, right? The new cool stuff. But they had no clue how to make systems. They had no clue. Distributed systems. What the fuck? How do we do this? Nobody knew. I knew. So I took advantage of that opportunity and filled my fucking pockets. Won fucking bounties. I invested that money that I earned into more money, into even more money, into even more money. That's exactly what I did. Until you reach a point where people are paying you 200k a year to do that stuff. Isn't that amazing? And if you don't believe me, it's the truth, man. I'm not gonna lie. Why should I lie for 4 people? So it's right now is the same thing. Crypto is basically burning. Everybody is taking his bags and is saying, peace out. I'm going back to where I came from, right? Where is that? Making these full stack backends, right? Back to there, Magento, WordPress, and all that shenanigans. There where people are going back there. So and now it's time that we need to build. right? Now it's down because all these protocols are centralized as fuck. Everybody was creating these Ponzi schemes, right? Because that's what they are, right? Everybody was creating these Ponzi schemes, also in DeFi, Ponzi schemes, NFTs, which is basically also a Ponzi scheme, most of them, right? They are the only thing they want to do is fill their bags and piecing out with some project. It's basically just, it's nothing. It's useless. Nobody cares about a picture unless it's a Bored Ape. You know what I mean? I'm not going to buy any NFT unless it's a fucking Bored Ape or something, right? Something that's actually special to have. Something that's, whoa, this guy is a Bored Ape. He has fucking 200k avatar on his Twitter, right? That's what you want to have. Nobody cares. Look at him at his NFT. This costs $10. Nobody cares, right? Then you can better not do it because people will laugh at you if you have that NFT. So sell that garbage, right? Sell it, right? Save your money for a decent NFT that actually means something, right? It's the same thing if you play World of Warcraft. Do you want a wooden stick as a weapon, or do you want the fucking Thunder Fury Blast Blade of the Windseeker? What do you want? The stick of the Blast Blade of the Windseeker. Because if you come with a stick, I will laugh at you. But if you come with the Blast Blade of the Windseeker, Thunder Fury, everybody will bow, pull his pants off, and everything, do everything you want to do with them. You know what I mean? That's the difference. It's time to buy Cardano. Man, legit, I don't know. We're not gonna discuss this crypto stuff because it's a rabbit hole that never ends. I got my NFT, I made myself pro move. It is. That's something, I don't know. Guys, you need to understand that the only, listen, crypto, Bitcoin was the first, right? Bitcoin was the first. Bitcoin is not designed for this shenanigans. Right? Bitcoin was not designed for this. But people, it's the world's biggest disease, which is greed. It's greed. I have greed also sometimes. Of course, I'm just also a human. But it's greed. Greed will get you wrecked. It is what it is. Greed will get you wrecked. But like I mentioned, it's time. Because all these protocols they will go under. This is just the beginning. Mark my word. I won't be surprised if some stable coin, I'm not gonna call the name, but if some stable coin completely crashes, collapses also. And I think people are doing their best to prevent this from happening. I think people are already knowing what's going on, and I think people are shitting their pants, and everybody is gathering around the table. How are they going to fix it? Because there are going to be a lot of dead bodies falling out of the closet very soon. It's not only Mr. Sam Bankman-Fried, which basically takes more Adderall than Snoop Dogg smokes weed. You know what I mean? There will be more. One day you should tell your life story. Man, my life story, it's not interesting. Maybe. Surprise to, if you're a Patreon, I will tell you my life story each and every day, man. That's where the shit happens. Buffer. Greed makes men kill men. Yeah, but that is money. Listen, money makes destroys friendships. Money destroys relationships. But also, money destroys relationship with your family and your parents. Can you imagine that? People fighting with their parents, with their mom and dads for money. Think about that. How is this possible? How can you do that? It's insane. How can you do that? Fight with your own kids about money. It's greed. Greed. I'm greedy. I'm also greedy, but hey, it needs to stay in a healthy thing. Greed is not always bad, but you know what I mean, right? And that's what happened in the crypto. Everybody's greedy. There's all these protocols making these Ponzi schemes, like not Ponzi schemes, but listen, all these high APYs in DeFi, what do you think? It's some magical combination that it's DeFi, that you suddenly get these insanely high APYs? It's because it's fractional. You know what I mean? All these lending protocols are fractional. What do you think? All these bridges, where is this money coming from? It's your money. It's based on a percentage. If everybody withdraws, they are in trouble. That's how the whole world, the whole banking system works, right? If everybody today withdraws the money from your bank, it's going to happen the same thing. But the governments won't let that happen, and they will bail them out, right? But they won't do that in crypto right now because it stinks like fish, rotten fish. Anyway, like I said, it's opportunity. Opportunity is here, and I will take advantage. I can already take advantage. If you want to take advantage, subscribe to my channel. Maybe support me on Patreon for more exclusive content. I'm gonna teach you how to be a rock star, not a rock star, but how to be somebody that knows how to solve that shit. Somebody that knows what comes and goes around in that space. Even though not even in that space, but just the systems programming space in general. So you can actually start filling your bank. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I see you tomorrow for this probably a special stream with... what's going on here with my... well, help me. What is this? My PC is fucking... Yes, this is better. With the supervisor stuff, the Erlang supervisor stuff, you're going to try to implement in Golang. Not quite sure if you're going to do that. Leave in the comment what you want to see. Jump into the Discord, DM me, and I will make it happen. Thanks for watching. Have a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. My mouse doesn't work. Oh, bye-bye.